Hello everyone, welcome to the video. So I want to make it absolutely clear before I actually start off the video that I am on the test server which has delves on it, and in the delves update you can actually get more light than you can on the live server. So this is not 100% accurate to the live server, so you won't be doing as much damage as I'm currently doing. Just wanted to point that out. As many of you probably know by now, I use the Vanguard for grinding purposes, but that will probably change when the Delves update comes out because Dino Tamer is honestly really good. So if you've played Trove for any amount of time, you'll probably know that one of the most important stats for your character is movement speed, and that is obviously to get from dungeon to dungeon. So some of the classes in the game just have natural abilities that allow them to move really quick. The Ninja is actually one of them, with a right click just makes you move insanely fast. You also have classes like Vanguard that can gain movement speed by using his #1 ability in melee mode. There are other examples of this, like how the Dracolite and Ice Sage also gain movement speed while they have their ults up. But in my opinion, the best class in the game that has an ability that grants movement speed has to be the Dino Tamer. So to those of you who don't actually know, the devs did an update to the Dino Tamer a while ago where the movement speed on your gear, it actually carries over to your ultimate, basically meaning the Dino Tamer can move a bit quicker than some other classes. So to be consistently quicker than most other classes, you will need the class gem. All the class gem does is it makes it so your ultimate lasts a lot longer. I'm not sure if it does anything else, it might, but honestly I don't know. That might sound really simple, but it's honestly really good, funnily enough. So I'm going to be comparing the Vanguard and the Dino Tamer just because I've used the Vanguard for a long enough time to the point where I'm really comfortable with it. So if you look at my stats, you'll see that the Vanguard is gaining movement speed. It's 129, which honestly is not bad, but the only problem is it doesn't really last that long. So swapping my hat and face to the Dino Tamer, you'll see that the Dino Tamer actually gains 10 more movement speed, which honestly does not sound like much, but if you look, you'll notice how much longer the Dino Tamer's movement ability lasts compared to the Vanguard. So now we have the distance test, and this test is going to show you how far each class can get while their movement speed abilities are active. And as you can see, the Dino Tamer beats Vanguard by a long shot. So here we get into the gameplay portion of the video. The emblems that I am using on the Dino Tamer are Arcane and the Chronomantic Cubesley emblem. I don't know if that's actually what that's called, but let's go with it. If you want to, you can substitute Arcane out with Trailblazing. You really don't need Arcane that much. I'm only using it because it really makes dungeons so much quicker. But I believe Trailblazing gives you, it's either 10 movement speed or 20 more, I'm not sure, but if you want to be quicker, then just use Trailblazing. The flask that I am using is the Conjurer's Crucible Vial. It kind of does require high magic find to really be good. You can use Death Defying, there's nothing wrong with it, but the way that I like to play, I honestly don't want to go back and forth to refill my flasks. So you also may be able to notice I am killing all of the ranged enemies, which is the serpent and the one with a staff, I guess. The reason why I do this is because more often than not when I do that, it will proc magic find because they always drop a piece of gear. I don't know if that's intentional. I really hope the devs don't change that because that largely makes this good. So almost every time when I see a ranged enemy, I usually just pot up because I have the Chronomantic emblem on, so I just refill my ultimate charge. And this basically allows me to have my ult up indefinitely. It does go away every once in a while, but then I just press 2 and it goes back up instantly, so it's pretty much infinite. So yeah, with this method, I have never once needed to go back for flasks, and it's a really good feeling because I used to have to use an origin portal to go back and refill flasks, which was really annoying honestly. But now the only reason why I use an origin portal is just to break down gear and then I go back. It's really nice. So while the Vanguard may do more damage, Vanguard does not actually need to use Martial at all, it just has really insane base damage. The Dino Tamer can just get from point A to point B a lot quicker than the Vanguard can, and Dino still does pretty good damage. So the Dino Tamer's basic attack on the ultimate seems to have two sets of damage numbers. One set does more damage than the other, and the first one is hitting the enemy directly, and the other set of damage is the AoE quake damage that comes from the initial first set. Usually for things like Cursed Skulls, I'll just aim at the ground and let the AoE damage kill the enemies. It's really good on the kill 30 enemies because they have significantly reduced health, so they just basically die instantly, and it's really nice. The Dino Tamer really is just a brain dead class, which is why I really love it. Vanguard is also kind of brain dead. I mean, all you really do is right click and left click when you get the bosses and such. The Dino Tamer, all you do is hold left click and the enemies are like, haha, guess I'm dead now. I do come close to dying sometimes, but that's mainly because I'm using the Berserk Battler gem and not the what's it called? Something Vanquisher. It basically lets you leech health, and that gem is really good for farming, but if I was using that, I would probably never come close to dying. But yeah, that's that. I did not expect the commentary section of the video to surpass 6 minutes, but here we are. If you do like the video, a like would be appreciated, although you do not have to. Also, you can sub if you want to. I usually just upload Trove related content. It's usually gameplay of Uber 10 grinding, but I have also done tutorial type stuff in the past. I usually don't touch tutorial type content that much because usually it's already been done and my take on it is really not going to add much. I also like playing Nintendo games from time to time, as you may have guessed from my username. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will leave the rest to the gameplay. See you guys later.